everyone. Again, we're another week at the Caption Out Loud. Today, I have the pleasure of having Big Prime in the building.
Big
Okay,
Prime.
Yep, yep.
hey,
Putting on for North
yay,
Yeah,
Carolina.
putting
man.
on right,
Yeah, man.
Rough Raleigh.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Riley.
yes. So we're gonna get right into it. Labels is my first segment. I like to let you know why I invited you here. My admiration for you, of course, your family, of
Right,
course. First, we
right,
all we got.
right,
Hashtag.
right.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
But I just feel like you're all around successful, and you're doing it at such a young age. You have your family
Right,
first and foremost,
right,
your marriage that's strong, your
right.
kids, you have your business,
Absolutely.
and then you have your passion,
Right,
that rapping.
right,
Getting it.
Come
right.
on, like
Yeah.
who can do all three
Hey,
like in
man.
one
Hey,
lifetime, right?
it's
It's
work. It's
crazy.
work.
That's what's
I
up
know
though,
that's
and
right.
I just want to dive into that a little bit. So when did your love for music first start?
Oh man. Um, Probably, man. I started loving music, man. Probably, like it's probably no more than like 10, 11 years old.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like it's almost like it's pretty much like every school that I went to, I had to walk to school. So
Mm-hmm.
every time I walk into school, I'm always rapping. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Well, that's
So
what's up.
yeah, so I was walking
Okay.
to school. Even all the way through high school, I had to
Mm-hmm.
walk to school. So I was
Right.
always just on the way to school, always rapping. You
Okay.
know what I'm saying?
That's
So
what's up.
yeah,
Have a lot of time to finesse your
yeah.
craft.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
right.
Just yeah,
That's
yeah.
what's
A lot
up.
of time to think to myself. Even now, like when I make music, I'm pretty much I'm always by myself. I'm
Mm-hmm.
either in the car or I'm riding. It's just I don't know. I guess it just kind of stuck with me like that.
Yeah.
That's what's
Yeah.
up. That's what's up.
So
Okay. And
yeah.
you decided like at that time, like you were like, this is something like I do kind of want to do, or
Well,
was it
I guess it was just kind of. When I was young, it was just pretty much like,
a pastime while you was getting it
well,
going,
it was
or?
pretty much like other people's music. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? But I always like, we always be trying to spit something and just kind of
Right.
kind of rap to yourself or whatever. But I didn't start taking this like serious until I was probably like 18, 19.
Okay.
Um, my cousin, he's a producer. His name's Tap. He pretty much got me into music.
Okay.
Like recording our own music. He's a producer.
Right.
Um, so he pretty much got me into it. Like, yo, man, like I think you should really focus in on music, man. So
Mm-hmm.
ever since then, pretty much we just been hit the ground running.
That's what's up.
That's
Yeah,
what's up.
Okay.
yeah.
And where did this name come from? Big
yeah.
Prime.
Big Prime.
Big prime.
That's
um,
what I wanted to know.
it's wild, man, because with my dad, um, I never told this story, not live or nothing, but or not on to anybody, but um, when my dad was young, man, he got sent away
Mm-hmm.
because when he grew up, was a lot of racism and stuff like that when he grew up.
Mm-hmm.
So man, hell, it still is, but
Right.
um, he actually cut somebody,
Okay.
when he was young,
Mm-hmm.
and he got sent away, and they started calling him Prime ever since then.
Okay.
So I kind of liked the name, and I just took it. I just kind of ran with it, but just put big in front of it,
That's right.
Oh
because
yeah.
I just felt like it was, it meant a lot. That's what everybody called him. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And me and my dad, he didn't, he wasn't. We was, he left my mom at like a young age, but at a young age for me, excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
But I always wanted to know who he was. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So I always wanted to know about him. I always wanted to be around him, no matter what anybody said. Whether
Right.
he was there for me or he wasn't. I always want to know who he was. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So when I was up in age, I went to, I took it upon myself and went and made that relationship with him.
Good. Good for
You know
you.
what I'm saying?
That's
So
awesome.
once I made that relationship with him, I was like, yo, I'm Big Prime.
That's
You know what I'm
right.
saying?
That's
So,
right. Okay.
That's
but I,
what's
but
up.
but I always tell him, I said, well, now I own that name though.
Right.
Big Prime in general, I own that name.
That's
So
right.
you
That you
know,
do.
They might call you
that's my
prime.
yeah,
I got
that's,
it.
that's my name. I own it. So,
Right.
Yeah.
And that's
what's
a
up.
way to honor him. So that's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's my dog,
that's,
man.
That's what's up.
You know.
I like
That's what's
that.
Yeah, that's my
Salute
dog.
to that. Wow.
Yes.
Yeah. He was a truck driver.
Okay.
So he pretty much drove trucks my whole life. So he pretty much he wasn't never really there like that. But him and my mom, when they separated, it was still a lot of stories that was told to me about him, and I don't take what people say, and
that's good.
you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
So I went and found out myself. You know what I'm saying. So
right.
That's what's up.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. So a conversation you and I had prior to all of this.
Yeah.
You was telling me about how you've been an independent artist and
Right.
you sold all those records. Like, how many was it again?
I sold like 20,000 copies.
Woo!
Yeah,
Nice.
like SoundScan back in like 2009, 2010.
2009.
Yeah,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying.
Yes.
Like before a lot of artists don't even understand what that what that means. You know what I'm saying. Like I said, when I say like I own Big Prime the General, like literally, like
You do.
yeah,
Yeah.
like I own that name. You know what I'm saying. Like I have my own barcode, so if I decide to put out music, I can put it out with my barcode.
Okay.
Like all that.
Right.
You know what I mean? People don't really understand. They just think they just get in the studio and just make some songs and just put them out. They don't know that you get paid to, for radio. You get paid when you can get paid off Instagram videos and Facebook. You get paid off that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's a lot of learning involved in it. You know what I'm saying? So. Yeah.
Well, and that's my plan. Him and I had this conversation because I'm gonna own the Caption Out Loud name and all that. Because whether it blows up or not,
well, you got to use it first.
Exactly.
You got to use the name first. You know what I'm saying? So that's how it works.
Exactly. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what's up. That's good to know.
Yeah.
That's good. I'm gonna take that note.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. So, when you said back in 2009, so. Did you take a little intermission with music for a little bit?
I did.
What was your reason behind that, if you want to talk about it?
Or? See, at the time when I was putting out music around here, like, people didn't even understand what I was doing. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, they didn't even understand, like, okay, you got this guy. He's on like all these radio stations, throughout the state of North Carolina, from Power 98 to 102 to 97.5 to Kiss FM to, all these stations in the state. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I was moving around, doing shows and a lot of people say that it was hate, but I just say that people just didn't understand.
Yeah,
they didn't know what I was doing.
Right.
So they didn't know how to like it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So at that time, I was putting so much into music, man. It was just like, man, like this is like, well, not like for what, but more so like, it'll be good if something happened.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course.
It'll be good if something happened, man. But I spent about like $70,000. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Of my own money.
Yeah.
Putting stuff out, going places, doing shows, promo tours, and I spent a lot of money that somebody think that if they go down the street and they spend $1,500, on doing something, they did something. I was putting shows together so I could perform at them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
right.
I was doing a lot of stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? And I just think that it just kind of got overwhelming at times. Like I'll be at the mall or something. Me and my wife. Mm-hmm. People come up to me. Yo, I thought you was here. I thought you was there. Yo, take a picture with me. Let me get some advice. Let me get the. And and like I said, at that time, I'm just like, look, man, I ain't doing no more than you. Right. But people didn't understand that. You know what I'm saying? Right. And it just kind of got overwhelming. That part, I guess. Gotcha. So I continued to make music, but I didn't put it out like that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I was always working on my craft, but I wanted to do something different. Mm-hmm. I wanted to do something where I can actually I can give back, at the same time while doing music. So I started a business. You know what I'm saying? So, that's and then ever since then, it just kind of took off from there. But that's why I named my business Big Prime Hauling, because I pretty much got into the reason why I started a business, because I had just put out an EP, the one I was just telling you about. Mm-hmm. I had just put that out, and I'm like, man, like I need to drop another album, another EP, or I need to do something else. But in the time at that time, I was like, man, I gotta generate some type of money too at the same time. I can't keep doing what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you. Yeah.
I'm like, I gotta do something. I gotta do something, man. So I bought a dump truck. And I'm like, man, like, what am I gonna call this? What am I gonna call this company? And I did it, man, just so I could pretty much promote the name, Big Prime, because that was pretty much all I was. Because my mom was always stuck on music. So I'm like, man, well, if I buy it, man, I'm gonna just put Big Prime. I'm gonna name it Big Prime something. So I named it Big Prime Holland because I knew that that deep down that I love music and I'm gonna come back. You know what I'm saying? Right. I knew I was. But the Lord showed me something else, man. I when I got into the dump truck business, man, it just took off, and I'm like, man, and we make music for what reason? To make money, pretty much.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, it just took off. So I just didn't really, I'm like, man, I got to focus time here, and the more time I focus here, what's gonna blossom.
That's right.
So,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of how I looked at it.
And that's probably a part of your process too, because music is a business too. So you already
Absolutely.
there,
right?
And you got that back end of it.
Well, at that time, I didn't understand.
You didn't think it.
You
didn't know.
As far when I was in music, like I understood business. Like I knew that if I had a song and I wanted to get it played on radio, I can get it played on radio. But I knew that that it had to be tracked. So it had to be media based. It had to be BDS. I had to have my joint sound scan whenever I put something out in the stores. I knew that part. Just far as like other business, man, I just didn't get it. You know what I'm saying? Like to move forward alone. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
I was kind of afraid of the unknown. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's kind of how I was with it when I was at that peak.
Right.
Like, oh, man, like, what am I to do now? You know what I'm saying? I had a couple label offers. I had something from like Island Def Jam and stuff like that. It was offering me like $50,000. Hell, I hadn't spent $70,000.
Right.
Yeah. So
right.
I mean, it was like, damn, like I mean, it was crazy. I mean, I was talking to Sylvia Rome and everything. She's like, I don't know if she's still there now, but she was like the big dog. I don't even know if that label's still around like that. But I mean, I was talking to her on the phone like daily.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But they had offered me like 50 G's, man. We spent so much money. It was like, we still negative. Right. You take that and you're going to own all my music.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, I was talking to a lot of different labels. I was talking to Slip and Slide one time.
Okay.
I was talking to a lot of different labels,
That's
man.
impressive, though.
Yeah.
You did that, though.
Yeah. I mean, but, and now when I look back, I'm like, man, like, $50,000, man. I'm gonna blow that in payroll in a few weeks. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, man, I'm glad I didn't do that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because my mind would have been just gone, man. Off. Man, I'm in a deal. I can't get out of a deal. They own my music. I don't want to make music no more.
Right.
I just would have, kind of fell out with it. If I would have took that deal. That's kind of how I feel now. You know what I'm saying?
God led you the right way.
Like right.
In your own business where you can be your own man.
Yeah, man. And
if you went the other way,
right.
So frustrated.
Right.
And this time it's gonna be right.
Right.
Oh yeah.
All the way.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to ask anything?
Keep rolling.
Oh, okay.
I'll throw in a few questions here, man.
Okay.
But I like that. Man, your story is awesome.
Isn't it also like that's crazy.
Yeah.
So, on the day to day, it gets, the mundane, like, you're working, you're going to school. Like, what keeps you driving, I know, of course, family and providing and stuff like that. But what would you say with your music, work, your home life?
Like me, like a lot of people, man, like I have, like one of my homeboys, he tell me all the time, he was like, man, it's no way that I could be you. He said, because, you too humble. Like he said, I'd be an asshole, bro. That's what he said. He like, I'd be an asshole. Like, he said, bro, you can't give me no money. I'll be an ass. Like, I mean, me, like like the small things matter to me. Like when you say family, man. Like for example, a couple years ago we had a family reunion. I went to. I met like a lot of my family, man, and you know, people I hadn't seen in like years, and people I hadn't seen in years, and you know the small stuff matter to me. Like my cousin Larry. Like, I got a cousin named Larry. He he's probably almost 80 years old. He's my first cousin. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, you know, I mean, people don't even understand, you know, what that means to have a first cousin that old. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, that's so, you know, just little small stuff like that, man. You know, it ain't about, you know, how much money, you know, that I can make, or how much, you know, that stuff don't matter, man. Or, you know, taking pictures with people, or, you know, being heard on radios, that stuff don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Because that stuff come and go. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, that's how it is to me, man. You know, anyway, but.
That true base.
Yeah. You know, people. I mean, you know, people take. You know, people's success, and they think that it's everything, man. But you know, it's just about your family, man. It's about your friends, and just building. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Yeah. You know,
I agree.
Yeah.
That's
you know,
good.
That's what it's about.
You're so humble, and I love that. So what were some? I know you talked about your father and the name. That's where that came from and stuff. What were some other influences when growing up?
Man, like, just, I mean, I didn't, you know, I mean, we all pretty much been, you know, kind of, we was raised the same way, but at the time, me growing up, I didn't realize that, you know, I didn't have much. You know what I'm saying? I didn't realize that, you know, I don't have a lot.
Right.
So when I did realize that, when I finally grew up, I'm like, man, we was, you know, we was happy.
Yeah.
We ain't had nothing. I guess that's what make me, you know, that's what drive me. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, like, damn, we ain't have anything. You know what I'm saying? But you know, it's not about having something. It's just about, you know, you never know. You know what I'm saying? Like, you like, man, that as a kid, man, when you look back at your life, and as an adult, you like, man, like, you know, I could have easily did this, or I could have easily made this mistake, or you know what I'm saying. So you know, I just look at that kind of stuff, man. That, you know, and when I was able to in age, like, you know, 18, 19, was like, man, I gotta just keep going hard, because looking back, you know, not saying that we was wanting for anything, but man, like, you know, I had a great story coming up, so you know, that's what pushed me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Good. Yeah. It's just stories, man. You know what I'm saying? That's just kind of how I feel about it.
It is. Okay.
There's something about a black family to make everything happy.
Right.
And we got that love there. That's
Black
all you
household
need.
full of
Yeah.
Man, it was probably, man, 6 of us in a 2-bedroom apartment. Well, it didn't matter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You got
you
each
know, it
other.
didn't
You
matter.
can make some
Yeah,
fun
yeah.
stuff, and
You know,
that's what's
It's
up.
just about giving back, man, and just, you know.
Definitely.
You know.
Absolutely.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up.
Okay. So when you were saying like giving back and stuff, I know it's your nephew that went pro.
Yep.
Okay, tell me his name again, because I can't recall.
It's Devontae Graham.
Devontae Graham. Okay, yes. So, what would you say? And that's awesome, by the way. What? Because I know you and Mashonda was there supporting all the time.
dog.
Like, yes, and that's amazing. That's what you do with family. So, what was your conscious effort in contributing like to his success that you would say, other than, you know, the support, just being
me personally, man, I, you know, just keeping them grounded.
Good.
You know, just keeping them grounded. You know, keeping them out of trouble. You know, but letting him know that, look, you know, like, don't take this wrong, but it's like you can get in trouble over here, but you need to know, you know, everything that you can do to get in trouble, because if you don't know anything, you know, you can just walk right into something. You know what I'm saying? So you know, not trying to, you know, overshadow them from certain situations.
Exactly.
You know, because they gotta see it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Exposed.
Yeah, that's like me and my son. You know, I take him over to Lane Street. You know, we go to the blacktop. You know, we go out there and hoop. Because, you know, he gotta you know, he gotta see. You know, but you know, just you know, not trying to overshadow them, and just letting them know where they come from, and you know, so they can stay humble. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Yeah,
That's
you know,
good.
yeah.
Just keeping them grounded, not too sheltered.
Right. Because they're not gonna know. They're not gonna know
Right.
it's trouble if they had no type of experience with it. You know what I'm saying? They don't know.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So
The body can't fight off any infections without an immune system.
right, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
That's
Right,
true,
right.
yeah.
System
You know what I'm saying?
needs to be
So
exposed.
that's
Yeah, exposure. That is true.
Definitely.
yeah, man. So
Yeah,
yeah, that's that's how I live, man. You
that's
know,
good.
that's how I live, man.
I can tell.
Real
I
simple,
can tell.
laid back,
I know that's
Very much
right.
yeah, laid
up.
back.
Good.
Yeah.
So we're gonna take a little shift. So
It's all good.
how did you meet the love of your life? This is a story that all the women want to know.
Yeah. She, it's funny, because she always tell me, I knew you when you was in the 6th grade,
Oh.
and I'm like, I always mess with her because I be like, well, I ain't know you, you know what I'm saying? But but I didn't, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I didn't. But she was like, yeah, I know you because you used to always get in trouble.
Oh Lord.
You know what I'm saying? So
So you stuck out to it.
But
in a good
but
way.
yeah, we didn't. We got together in high school. We was like 14 to 15 years old,
Wow.
and yeah, man, and you know she's been everything to me. You know what I'm saying? She the like it don't matter what it is. Like it don't matter what. You know, she's the first person that's gonna hear about whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter what I'm doing, when I'm gonna do it. She's gonna be the first person, you know, that I tell. You know what I'm saying? And it's not even like, you know, that I got to. It's just that it's just automatic. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
It's inside of you.
right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just yo, man, guess what? Like as soon as I leave out here, she'll be the first one who I pick up the phone and call.
Right.
You know? I mean, it's just how it is, man. Just how. You know?
How long y'all been married?
We got married in 2006.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's
Yeah.
awesome. And y'all
Married
have
in 06.
2 beautiful children.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
We got married in 06.
Amazing.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
Something to look forward to.
Look,
Yeah.
wait.
Hey, look. Leave me out of that. Leave me out of all that.
Right. Oh my goodness. So with everything you have going on, that's managing a lot, you know.
Yeah.
What does your time management look like? Like, how do you fit it all in? How do you make home life work? You got to spend time with kids. You got to keep wifey happy. You got to, you know, have time for you and then music and work.
Like now, I've been owning my business since 2009, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
That's
I mean,
good.
yeah. So now I mean, I have it's pretty much on a, you know, just
It's
like any other job.
established,
Yeah,
yeah.
you know, Monday through Friday.
Right.
You know, we may work on weekends sometime.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, I mean, I have a lot of, you know, like a lot of different things, like a lot of different jobs that I have employees now.
Right.
You know, I have a lot of more employees, so that we actually, so all those tasks that I have, you know, they delegate it, you know,
Right.
this, that, you know, whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I mean, I just oversee everything, make sure everything is ran the right way.
Right.
You know, just like anything else, you know. So if I'm doing that every day, Monday through Friday, you know, you know, I may have some time, you know, at night, you know, hop in the lab, or, you know, like right now, you know, even on the weekends. But, you know, I'm always working. I'm always doing something that pertains to the business. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Pretty much every day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know.
Because I know y'all be traveling a lot.
Yeah,
see
I mean,
that.
I'm on the road. I got my laptop. I'll be like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? So,
I know that's right.
You know,
that's
but
awesome.
actually, you know, me from being actually like in the seat of a dump truck, you know, to now just, you know, overseeing the whole operation. You know, it's. I mean, I just, you know, I could never take that for granted. You know what I'm saying? Because people just automatically, man, like, you got money, so you know, you should do this. You should live like this, or you should, you know, you should buy a big house. You know, I got my same house from what I had when I bought my first dump truck. My same house.
I know that's right.
You know, I mean,
For what? Yeah, like.
so I mean, that's just kind of, you know, it's just kind of that's me as a person, man.
That's what's up.
You know what I'm saying?
Some people are just programmed to just spend what they got in
Hey,
their pocket.
man, look, you know, yeah, because they never had any money, man. So
Yeah.
that joint gone as soon as they get it. You know,
Yep.
and you know, and I think, man, that's, you know, that goes back to that, you know, to that first deal that I could have signed, you know, back in 2010.
Right.
You know, man, I think I would have took that money, man, and it'd have been a wrap.
Right.
You know,
Right.
I probably would have been hating music right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like, man,
yeah, not even wanting to deal
right.
with it.
You know what I'm saying? So, but everything happens for a reason.
It does.
Everything happens for a
Absolutely.
reason. So,
Absolutely.
I mean, I have a bigger story now, man. I can,
Right.
I like giving back, giving jobs out,
Exactly.
man, just,
that part.
helping
Yes.
people, man. You know, that's more important to me, man, than a record deal or anything else. You know what I'm saying? So,
Absolutely. I feel you on that. I know personally it took me a while to get there. I used to want fame and all that for the wrong reasons.
Right.
Probably like
That's
everybody
what I'm
else.
saying.
To be known,
Right,
to do
right,
this, to do
right.
that. But now we want to be blessed to be a blessing.
Right,
And we want to
right,
give back.
right.
We want to employ people. We want
Right.
to do all of those things.
Right.
I don't know how I'm going to get there, but I'm working on it.
Hey.
I just know it's in me.
I didn't
It's
know
in me
either,
to
man.
do.
You know, I
Yeah,
didn't
so
know
it's
either.
coming. I know that.
Man, look, I didn't know either.
Really?
You know, I mean, I'm not a bragging type, so you know, I ain't gonna
Right.
get into all that. But
Yeah.
I mean, from the time that I started, man, to right now, I mean, I just put in the work.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I just put in the
Yeah.
groundwork. You know what I'm saying? It's that's all you gotta do.
Yeah,
you
that's
got
true.
like I tell my son, man, you got just keep working. You know what I'm saying? You gotta
Yeah.
just keep working. It don't matter what it is, man. Like, you know, whether you want to be a gamer, you want to be a basketball player,
Right.
you want to, you want to rap, you want to make whatever you want to do, man. You want to produce music, you got to just keep working, man.
That's true.
You know,
Yeah.
but you gonna meet people along the way who gonna, they're gonna tell you that, you can't do something or you whatever. But it's probably because it didn't work for them.
Exactly. It's what's inside
You know what I'm saying?
of them.
You know, it just didn't work for them. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So, and I'm not gonna say that I don't like people like that, but people shouldn't do that. You know what
They
I'm saying?
shouldn't. I agree.
I
agree.
hey, this right here, I'm telling you, man, that I did that. That ain't.
Right.
That's cool, bro.
Okay. That
You know
was
what I mean?
your
That's
story,
cool.
not
You know what I'm
mine.
saying? Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, I mean, I didn't know, well, I ain't gonna say I didn't know, but people tell me, man, everybody like you, bro. Like, why everybody how everybody like you? Like, what you do? I just be myself.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And not try to be like everybody
this
else.
one and that one, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean,
Exactly.
because that's like in music, man. Like this area, this market, like we don't really have a face like that. You know what I'm saying? So when they hear us, they don't know how to take us. They don't know. They don't know if we sound like Petey. They don't know if we sound like J. Cole. They don't know if we sound like, so and we never had we never really had a face.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
No, that's true.
yeah, so you just got to be yourself.
You say that all the time. Like now, there's no more originality and stuff anymore in the industry.
Right.
Like with movies, with songs, it's always
Exactly.
remakes. It's always
Exactly.
this and that.
Right.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's just
Nobody has that creativity and
There you go.
imagination.
Right.
Yeah.
It's all-
Nobody.
Everything is from 20, 15 years ago.
Right.
Right.
It's just a cycle right now.
Right. Facts.
And it took us a long time to really get to where we're about to go as North Carolina in music.
Right. Yeah. I mean, man, I'm telling. That's what I was telling you. Like when I started making music around here, man. Like, I mean, you had your of course Pete Batters, Big Delph, Shook the Crook, 200, Ike and Shice.
Yeah.
You had those.
Yeah.
You had them, but they was all like all them names was like hardcore, straight up rappers. Like you know what I mean? Like
Probably.
and me, man. I was just always who I am. Like so people just like, man, like, yo, Big Prime is different. You know what I'm saying? Like, not saying that those guys aren't hot, because I love them guys. They was very talented. You know what I'm saying? It's just, people just thought I was different. People thought I sound different. People thought, I talk different.
That's North Carolina too, man. Cause like we have, like you said, we don't really have a sound. So like, it's a lot of people here that comes from different. They have a different view and a side of hip hop,
Right.
R&B and rap. Like
Right.
we have a different approach. Like because here it's like everybody from the south of us and the north of us come here. And
Right.
like it's like a melting pot of those sounds.
Right,
So you never
right.
know what you're gonna get out of North Carolina.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
I
love
mean,
it.
it's it is what it is, man. It's NC.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Definitely.
It's NC.
That's
Definitely.
right.
I love it.
Yep, it's NC. So
I remember part of the thing the game or whatever. So if you could collaborate with any artist, living or dead, who would it be?
just one artist.
Several. Who?
Like,
just say who you.
your
Yeah.
top three.
Top 3. There you go.
right now, top three artists, man. Good grief. Let me see, who would I? No, man. I mean, I work with anybody, man.
Right.
But three artists, man.
Or more if there's.
Yeah. I mean, I like J. Cole, of course.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
You know, I like J. Cole. I like Moneybag Yo.
Okay.
You know, let me see. My favorite artist is Mr. Cheeks from the Lost Boys.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
yes,
Yes. Hey, Renee, right? Renee.
Yeah. Like, man, how is that, man? He was like always just like one of my favorite artists.
I like Mr. Cheeks,
my favorite group. So,
Oh yeah.
I mean, I work with anybody, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't even matter.
That's what's up.
That's what it is.
Yeah, I don't work with everybody. I mean, anybody. I work with anybody. People call me out, yo, prom. All right, what's up?
Let's do it.
Yeah. You know.
That's what's up.
That is.
Yeah.
So you say your favorite is
My favorite artist is Mr. Cheeks.
Mr. Cheeks. So who's your favorite producer? Or do you have one?
Yeah, I mean, my favorite producer, I mean, is my cousin Tap, but I mean, he's like a Kanye West. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But,
Okay.
favorite producer, man. Probably one of my favorite producers. Probably Timbaland, man.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I've always
Oh,
liked
yeah.
him because
Yes.
Timeless.
yeah, but he made the kind of music that I like. You know what I'm saying? I mean, not saying I don't, I just like, upbeat, up tempo, and
Yeah.
just, I like fun stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like fun music. I like Nelly too. You know what I'm saying? He's one of, I like Nelly. So I love you something, Nelly.
Yeah.
That'd be dope.
He Tim always have that Tim always his view of music and the way that he likes to push it. Like he created the sound that has pushed a lot of these artists through the industry.
Right. Right.
And like he left that door open for a lot of people to come through and
Right.
be those idols in the culture.
Right.
So
Right.
I've always loved Timbaland. I've always
Right.
loved his craft.
I like Travis Cherry too. He's a producer out of Raleigh, but he live in Atlanta now.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah. He pretty big.
Travis
He pretty
Cherry,
big.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He pretty big.
I'll check
He
him
been
out.
nominated and all that for some Grammys and all that.
Nice.
Yeah. He pretty big.
Come
Pretty
on,
big.
Raleigh. Stand up.
Yeah.
Okay.
He been the A for a while, but
Yeah.
I like Travis too.
Nice.
Okay, and so lastly, I like to do this little segment on heart check. So, with everything that's going on now and stuff, you recently dealt with an incident about your chain.
Oh yeah.
So, can you elaborate a little bit on that? Because I mean, this is just crazy. I mean, I'm not surprised in Raleigh, but it's just
What's that club called? It's called
I know I shared it.
Cornerstone Tavern.
There you go.
Cornerstone
Go ahead,
Tavern.
babe.
Yeah, it's downtown Glenwood.
Last time saying your name.
I mean, we were just kind of hanging out. I mean, I would never went there anyway.
Right.
But some people who we was with, it was my wife and I and some other friends and my little brother, and they wanted to go down there, so we went down there, and the guys, he pretty much let everybody in. I was like last. He was like, whoa. I was like, whoa. I was looking around. I'm like, what's wrong, bro?
Right.
I'm like, what happened? You know what I'm saying? He scared the shit out of me. What's going on?
Right.
He was like, yo, you can't get in here, man. I was like, what you mean I can't get in here? He was like, yo, you got on sunglasses. You got on shades. I'm like, no, I don't have on shades. I got on my these prescriptions.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
He was like, well, man, that gold chain, you can't get in here. I said, what?
Right.
I said, what do you mean? He was like,
Crazy.
you can't get in here when we put that on.
Ridiculous.
I was like, word? Are you serious?
Mm.
So I'm like, man, that's crazy, man. So,
It is.
yeah, I mean, it's just what we deal with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's what we deal with, man.
I don't like things like that. Like,
Right.
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 I mean, like you're basing everything about this person by jewelry,
Right.
glasses. You know what I'm saying? Like,
One of my homeboys went on Facebook and he had made a comment. He was like, man, y'all don't even know, man. He could have bought the whole club.
Right.
I was like, man, why you say that?
But still, it's like you don't know who you talking
Right.
to. Like, what in the world?
Yeah.
that's just those humble beginnings, man.
Mm-hmm.
So
So, yeah. So, like, and what do you say to, like, your son? What do you try to teach him? Because I know you say, like, exposure and stuff like that, just with growing up. Because, we have boys, too, and it scares the shit out of me. Just them growing up, cops pulling them out, all that kind of stuff. Like, I'm just like, ugh.
Like me, my son, he 14,
Right.
but I try to be like as real as possible with him.
That's
like,
right.
Like he know like everything about me.
Good.
I tell him everything. I mean, I don't hold nothing back. Like he know everything about me from when I was in the street all the way to now. Because I need him to know who I am.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Because he need to know how to come at me.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so,
that's right.
But when I say that, I don't mean like he need to know how to come at me like like I'm afraid of my dad.
Yeah,
I
no,
don't mean like that. Like,
no.
like you got weed on your clothes? Like oh shit, how my dad know that? Because bro, I know. You know what I'm saying? Like
exactly.
Or, something like that, or one of his friends or something. Just
of course.
Bro, I know. You know what I'm saying? Like I know what's up because I've been through all this stuff.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you can't hide nothing from me. So
Right.
I just keep it real with him. That way he won't try to cross me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No, that's good.
Yeah, he won't try to
Absolutely.
cross me. Like whether it's about like a little girl that he like or whatever. I just keep it all the way 100 with him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just keep it all the way 100 with him.
That's what we do too, because I think that's important, and they respect you more in the end,
Right.
Because
Right.
they'll value your opinion. They'll
Right.
actually listen to you.
Right.
They won't be out here being crazy. They'll be like, nah, mom and dad. Nah, I gotta go deal with them and talk to them about this. But
Right.
yeah, because my thing is I want them going to me instead of their little friends because they
Right,
don't know.
right,
You know?
Right.
So,
You know, I think, man, like, we sometimes, like, as parents, man, we just automatically just want to, we want to make sure that, you don't live or you don't, you're not raised the way we was raised. And I mean, and that's cool, but, man, like, my son, man, like, we go to Mayview, man. Like, we go see all the elderly people over there.
That's good. That's
if
really
they need
good.
something, we shoot them to the store. I take them to Miss Joanne's house. She hop on her piano. She play music for him.
See, that's
because
good.
because I mean, he gotta know.
That's right.
We was we just wrapped up the King of the City video, and we was able to get one of the apartments over there.
Okay.
The one that I grew up in, actually.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So when he was in there, he was like, Dad, but like it's small. I was like, yeah, bro. Like we was in 6, 7 deep. It's all right.
Yeah.
You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
I'm here. Look at
We
me.
was good. You know
Exactly.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I just let him know, man. Like I guess I gotta let him know that, like we was working out the other day. We was at the volleyball court, and he was doing like a little workout drill or whatnot, and it's like a little shelter there, and he kind of got hot because the sand was hot. He had his shoes off and he was running through the sand or whatnot. He came back, he sat on the shelter. I was like, "Yo, what's up? You ready?" He was like, "Man, like, Dad, like, man, yo, my feet hurt." You know what I'm saying? I'm like, "What you mean your feet hurt?" I was like, "Look, man, you're sitting where I used to sleep, bro.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you're sitting where I used to sleep.
Right.
Like, what you mean? Like, I'm not. But have I ever complained to you and said, yo?"
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So when he was like, yo, let's get up. You know what I'm saying? Because he know it. He like, if you don't let them know, man, they not gonna know.
They won't.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you just try to shelter them and think everything good,
Exactly.
when you're not giving them no more, then they're gonna look to somebody to give to
Fill
them.
in the gap.
That's
You know,
right.
you know what I'm saying? So
That's
you know,
right.
you gotta let them know, man, that it's real. You gotta survive.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta
I
survive.
agree with that 1,000%.
You know what I'm saying? Like you
Yeah.
gotta survive. But he'll have his little back and forths. My older brother, he got married, and so we went to go get fitted for the tuxedos or whatnot. He was like, "Yo, Dad," he was like, "Yo, I look good, right?" I was like, "Yeah," man, it's really nice on you. He was like, "Yo, let's find out how much they cost." I was like, "Find out how much what cost? How much?" He was like, "The tuxedos." I was like, "All right." So talked to the lady. She was like, $800 for the tux. She was like, "Yo, Dad, wow." You know what I'm saying? I'm like, $1,600. Like, bro, is you crazy?
Right.
Like, yo, Dad. He was like, I was like, bro, nah. So he go back and forth, but I gotta let him know every time. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
that's
So,
right.
You know,
That's right.
can't
Okay.
shelter them kids, man.
Right.
You can't. No, I agree with that for sure.
Word.
Well, thank you so much for coming through,
Facts.
showing
Most
us love,
definitely.
family. We all we got.
Yeah, we all we got.
That's right.
All we got.
Can you let everyone know like where they can find you, how your business, all that?
Instagram, at Big Prime the General. Facebook, Big Prime the General. Website, bigprimeholland.com. Looking for a job in the transportation industry. Holla at me. You know, you gotta get in touch with me.
That's right.
There it is.
You know?
Yeah, there it is.
Big Prime the General.
Yeah, man.
Right.
You gotta get in touch with me.
Yeah, we appreciate you, man.
In at the Caption Out Loud podcast, and we will see you next week.
Next week.
Most definitely.
Everybody want to call soon as
40 minutes. That's good. That's perfect. Because I want